What's up, guys? I just purchased this property at foreclosure, sight unseen. I'm getting ready to take a look at it the first time, and you are gonna look at it with me. Come on. Not too good. Take a look at this yard. Look how overgrown it is. Somebody hadn't been here for some time. Let's go. Let's take a look at the inside for the first time. Look at all these pine trees in the front yard, large pine trees. This was a front yard at one point. Now, I did pop the door, but I have not taken a look at the inside. So y'all come on, let's see what we're gonna see. Knock, knock. Not too bad, not too bad. It's scary sometimes when you come in a home like this, somebody's been living here. As you can see, it looks like whatever happened, they just stepped right out. They were living life and then they just stepped right out. And this is not too bad. I don't see any major leaks or anything so far. Anything that would hit me too hard. Let's take a look down the hallway here. Knock, knock. I always say knock, knock because there could be squatters here. Not too bad. Bedroom. Looks like a master bathroom here. Not too bad. Looks like somebody just stepped right out of here. Okay, let's keep looking. So first bedroom and bath, master. This here looks like another bedroom, and it looks to be in pretty good shape. And then this here for the third bedroom. And then right here, a full bathroom, and it looks to be in pretty good shape as well. Wow, I'm happy. Yeah, I've purchased several properties and I purchased them sight unseen. Sometimes you walk in and the whole floor is caved in. I purchased one more recently where from the outside the home looked very good. When I got on the inside, the bathroom floor was completely caved in. It took a whole lot of work. I was not expecting it. Let's look at the kitchen here. Not too bad. I'd say the kitchen looks good. Let's take a look right here. This looks like an additional living space. Looks like maybe the garage was closed in at some point here. This area here looks nice. All right, and we'll take a look out back. As y'all saw, the yard is very overgrown, so we'll see what it looks like. Oh, washer and dryer, utility room. Okay, little sunroom here. Looks to be in pretty good shape. You never know what might jump out at you. Make sure there's not any wasp nest. There is not. The backyard is not too bad. A little better than the front yard. It's got a storage building out here. This will be a really nice home. Once it's cleaned out, a little bit of pressure washing, it could have been really bad, but I'm actually happy with what I see. This home will certainly need a new roof, and I'll get started on that pretty quickly. I'll have all the trees trimmed out around it and really open the place up here and bring it back to life. Let's see what we got in this storage building here. Electric weed eater, some other miscellaneous items. When I purchase these properties at foreclosure, I don't know what I'm getting into. Oftentimes there's an occupant inside the home, so I cannot go inside and disturb the occupant. Usually I'd say there's about a 50-50 chance of what the home may look like. There's been ones where I walk in, the entire floor is caved in, there's leaks coming through the ceiling that I didn't previously know about. There's been homes that I've been in before where when I get in, they are disgusting, to put it lightly. A hoarder had lived there. There's all kind of stuff to clean up. Sometimes I've found cat bones, dog bones, all types of stuff. I never know what I'm gonna get into. But with this property here, I was overall excited. Looking at the appearance of the outside with the large pine trees in the front yard that have grown probably over the last 3+ years, I had no idea what I might open the door into, but overall, I was happy with what I saw. This one would not take much. A little bit of pressure washing, a new roof, some touch up and clean up throughout the inside, and this will be a nice home. All right, guys, well, there you have it. It could have been ugly, but it wasn't this bad. It's a flip or it's a flop. I'd say this is a flip with not too much work. I'm excited about getting started on it. I'm back 120 days later with the finished product. When I got on the inside, I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it was, but it really didn't need too much other than the yard being completely cleaned up. So that's what we started with. We completely cleaned up this yard. This was a bigger lot, about an acre lot, There were large pine trees all grown up in this yard. We had to completely cut them all down. We gave a fresh coat of paint all the way around the home. We installed a new roof on it. This sunroom right here, it was a little bit faded. We ended up putting a new coat of paint on it. We ended up pulling up all the floor. We went down with new LVP in the high traffic areas and then carpet in the bedrooms. We gave the whole home a new fresh coat of paint. Right here in the kitchen, come on, I wanna show y'all what we tried to do but we're not able to do. Usually, we like a cabinet on the end of the refrigerator. So we thought we're gonna try to move this refrigerator over there. I felt like the kitchen was smaller and kind of crowded. The fridge was over on the right side. Originally, we looked at moving the fridge over to the left side and that didn't quite work. I want to modernize this kitchen and do something with it. So what she mentioned is, how about we find a side-by-side fridge that's a little narrower with no handles, and we still put the fridge to the right side up against the wall. So that would allow the fridge to open properly.
The original layout of this kitchen was very odd, I guess you'd say. The refrigerator originally was up against the wall in the corner, but this is an older refrigerator and they're much more narrow and smaller, which is why it fit. But we are gonna have to get a more modern fridge, which therefore means a bigger fridge. But the only way to keep it from hitting the wall was to get one without handles, a more flat, sleek fridge. But we tried moving everything around on this. We tried moving the stove and the microwave. We tried moving the dishwasher. We tried moving the sink, any way that we could get that it would work. But really, any way we moved this around, it just wasn't going to make sense, at least not with the dishwasher. Because of the way the dishwasher and the stove are, if you get them too close together, your dishwasher is going to come down and hit your refrigerator or your stove door, or your stove door is going to come down and hit your dishwasher or refrigerator door. So we ended up just keeping the original floor plan, but having the sleeker fridge would make the floor plan work without damaging the walls.
So usually, if I'm doing a complete remodel, I like to have a selling point. I like to do something that helps cause a home to sell. So I spoke with my project manager and I said, what can we do? We discussed completely redoing this master bathroom. There was an older shower previously that could have worked. It could have been left. But I decided I want to come in here with all new tile and a tiled-in shower. So that's just what we did. So in this bathroom, we installed all new tile, a glass shower front here, a new vanity, new toilet. That would really help this home sell. So in here, I usually like to go with carpet in the bedrooms. It gives a more roomy feel. So that's just what we did. New carpet, new paint, and then in the guest bathroom here. So this shower was not too bad, but it was a little bit yellowed. So we actually refinished it with a nice coat of white epoxy and brought it back to life and made it look new. Then we installed a new toilet, installed a new vanity, brought this bathroom back brand new. Because this is a higher traffic area, this could be used as a bonus room or playroom. We ended up installing all new LVP flooring in here. And then this finish here in the sunroom, it had more of a faded look. So we ended up putting a fresh coat of paint inside and outside of this sunroom. So back here, there was linoleum flooring on the floor. Because this is a higher traffic area, I personally like smooth concrete sometimes. We ended up pulling up all the linoleum, giving a nice coat of gray paint on the floor here, and just left it just the way it was. And then this sunroom, it was more yellowed. It was yellow because of the heat over the years. So we ended up putting a fresh new coat of white paint on it and making it look new. Now I want to show y'all some of the outside here. So as y'all saw earlier on, this yard was covered, completely covered. This home was unidentifiable. My lawn guy, I had to have him work on this over about 2 weeks. He had to come out about 4 or 5 different times and continue to cut and cut and cut on this yard. Mainly to get all the big trees gone, remow it, and bring the yard back the way it should be. Originally, when I purchased this property, all this over here was covered. I didn't even quite realize that I had 2 storage buildings over here because they were covered with such high trees. But after we cut everything down, I realized I had 2 additional storage buildings. As far as some of the stuff on this home was fully furnished. So I found somebody local here, made an agreement with them, and sold them all the stuff. So that helped the budget on this home. This was one of those that I really could have left it the way it was. The reason I chose not to do that is because sometimes in the past when I've done that, the product ends up not being finished the way I like. Sometimes I like for something, if I have room in the budget, to really look good when it's finished. Because this was a brick home, because of the way I saw the yard clean up, I decided to just go ahead and go the extra mile and to just do everything. Another reason sometimes that's easier is because if I have a crew in here, I don't have to be here as much. My project manager doesn't have to be here as much, picking and choosing what we might do throughout the reno process. Rather, we just tell them exactly what to do a full reno, floor, paint, the whole 9 yards, and then we do it. And we're done, and I know it's gonna look good. I ended up with about $50,000 in this home, and as I mentioned, I was really expecting it to be a lot worse than it was, just from seeing the yard. But when I got on the inside, I was really happy with what I saw. This is why I love flipping houses. When I see a yard like this, and then I'm able to come in and sometimes do this, and then it looked like this, which that's not really the case. There is a lot of work behind the scenes that causes that. But sometimes when I come out and see the finished product, and I feel that way a little bit when I see the finished project, that's what keeps me doing this. That's what I love about this. Thanks for checking out another episode of Risky Renos. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so when I post more videos like this, you can see them when they're posted. We've got a lot in the works. I've got my crews out on a lot of other jobs, and I'm looking forward to having a lot more content, video posted soon for you guys.